Change that. For some crazy reason, people don't call me George. I'm here to talk to you guys about a journey. A journey that I have been through. A journey that I have enjoyed a lot. And a journey that has brought a lot of blessings to my life. Okay? I'm here to talk to you guys about a book I wrote, The Last Garden. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put this away for just a second. And I'm going to touch on a subject that, I'm sorry, your name again?
Miss Samayoa.
Okay, Miss Samayoa. She touched on a very important subject. She mentioned movies. Okay? I love movies. I love going to the movies. I love taking my sons to the movies. I have two kids. One is 12, the other one's 4. We love going to the movies. And can someone tell me right now what is the genre that is exploded within the last 3, 4, 5 years? Anybody? Get in there? Get in. What type of action? What type of action? Science fiction, okay. All right. Anything more specific? Anybody?
Oh.
Really? No one? Nada? Superheroes. There you go. Okay. Now, the latest one, Spider-Man 2. I don't know if you guys have had an opportunity to see it. I liked it. A little too long for my taste, but the visual effects were cool. They stayed with the storyline from the comics. Captain America was another one. Have you guys had an opportunity to see that one? What do you guys think of that one? Captain America, Winter Soldier. Are you guys too cool to go to the movies? Or
It's too early.
Yeah, too early? Is that it? All right, is that it? Okay. Now, my journey, and I promise you guys, when I began this journey, it was not my intent to write a book. My journey began because my son, who is now 12, we wanted to create a story of our own. We love going to the movies, like I mentioned. We follow every single character out there. So if you guys quiz me, I'm 99.9% I'll give you the answers to any superhero out there. Yes, I'm a nerd like that, okay? I don't care. I like it. I enjoy it, okay? But the one thing that I enjoy the most is that it gives me something to share with my son. And my little one, too, because he loves them, too. So, one night, this project began almost 3 years ago. And my son is not the biggest fan of reading out there. Do you guys like to read? Do you guys enjoy reading? Be honest. Be honest. At some point in my life, this was me. Open up the book, read two lines. That was me. I didn't enjoy reading because I didn't find the right book, the right material for me. It wasn't until a few years back, I don't know if you guys remember when the Da Vinci Code came out. You guys remember that book? How many of you guys have read that book, the Da Vinci Code? Nice. Okay. All right. I picked it up because everyone was talking about it. I picked it up. I'm 37 years old. The book came out maybe 5, 6 years ago. Okay. Would you guys believe me if I told you that that was the very first book that I read completely from page 1 to the end of the book? That was my first book that I read completely. I didn't like to read. I didn't enjoy reading. My brain associated reading with sleeping. Every time I picked up a book, it never failed. You know, if I wasn't feeling sleepy, I picked up a book and I was knocked out in just a few minutes. Okay? I knew it was a bad habit. And having a son, I didn't want him to get that bad habit from me. So I wanted to somehow teach him how to pick up a book and enjoy the material inside. So we started, he mentioned anything whatsoever. He would say, ooh, that's a cool dinosaur. Go to the library and pick up a book on dinosaurs. I remember once I picked up a book this big. It was the most boring book ever. It had just really weird facts about dinosaurs. But I read it because I wanted to be prepared in case he had any questions. The only problem was that episode in his life only lasted about a week. And then he started changing into something else. So then I would go back to the library and pick up a book on that subject. With technology, it's so advanced nowadays. You have a question, pick up your phone, woo, there it is. Even if it's wrong, you think it's true because it's on the internet. It's got to be true, right? But back in my day, we didn't have those cool toys. We had to grab a book and actually read. We had to go to the library. We had to buy our smartphones. These were our smartphones. So technology has changed, and so has our mentality, okay? And so has my mentality. Now, I have a Kindle Fire. I enjoy reading books on my Kindle, but I wouldn't change it for the feeling of having the actual book in my hand. I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but there's something to it. The smell of the book. You smell the pages in there, and okay, that's how you. But it's a different sensation. But you can only get that sensation if you enjoy reading. Okay. So again, let me ask you something, guys. How many of you guys here enjoy reading? Okay, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. All right. Keep your hands up. All right. All right. Those of you who have your hands up, how many of you would rather read a book than to be online? You see how the hands are going down now? Okay, how many of you guys would rather be reading a book than to be hanging out with your friends? Yes, no, maybe, sometimes, depends on friends. Okay, but you see how priorities change? And that's okay. That's okay as long as you make time for the important things in life. Now, why is reading important? Why is how many periods do you guys have here? 5, 6 maybe? Six in a day? All right. I can guarantee you guys every single class you have to do some reading. Okay? Now, and every single teacher, they promote reading. They promote reading. They tell you, okay, read to understand. Read the material. You'll do the test. They always associate reading with having success in their class, correct? Okay, but why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Anyone want to give me a guess? Yes? Why do you think reading is important? Okay, no one? No very cold? Books have a lot of information, correct? Books have a lot of information. Now, what type of information? There's a ton. Look for a passion. I can guarantee you there's hundreds of people out there that share the same passion. Not too long ago, we picked up hiking with my family. And here we're thinking, we're going to go to the mountain, we're going to be by ourselves, explore nature, and we're going to enjoy a walk. There's hundreds of people doing that. I mean, at some point we were like walking like this, because there was like a lot of people on the same trail. No matter what you guys do in life, find your passion. I guarantee you will find a lot of people that share that same passion. Now, if you can only find your passion and find someone to pay you for it, you gotta make it. You gotta make it. Okay? Now, let's go back to the superhero subject. If you guys had any superpowers, what kind of powers would it be? Telekinesis. Nice. Okay, invisibility. Okay, what else? Super strength. Running fast, maybe. Teacher, give me an A. Those are pretty cool. Okay, now the way this project began. Again, let me reemphasize. My son doesn't like to read. Okay. One night, about 3 years ago, we were in bed, we were getting ready to go to bed. We were about to read a book. And out of nowhere, he says, Dad, I don't feel like reading today. Can we make up a story? I'm like, sure, cool, And I knew that he was into superheroes, and I asked him that very same question. The same question I asked you guys. If you were a superhero, what kind of superpowers would you like to have? And he said something very interesting. He said, I don't want superpowers. Too much responsibility.
Oh.
This is coming from a 9-year-old. And he continued, but I would like to have something that would give me the powers, but I can always put it away when I don't want them. Okay, all right. If you guys knew me personally, I have 2 sisters and a brother. My older sister lives in Utah, so I don't get an opportunity to hang out with her that much. My youngest sister lives in Wilmington, and my older brother lives in Pasadena. I hang out with my brother most of the time. He has a daughter and a son. And these 3 guys, my son and my 2 nephews, have been growing up together. They are now 11, 12, and 13 respectively. So they've been growing up together. So every single time we go out together. We go to the movies, we go together. We go to a bowling alley, we go together. We do a lot of activities together. Remember I told you guys that we picked up hiking? Okay, let me tell you a funny story that happened.